never do. I must tell Mr. Parker. Is this really going to mess up the birthday? I hope Mr. Parker understands. Mr. Parker! Mr. Parker! Mr. Parker! Mr. Parker, I'm almost certain. I couldn't find a pulse and his eyes are fixed and they're dilated.
Well, you've been wrong before, nurse. Need I remind you of that? I prefer to check for myself before the doctor is called in to pronounce them officially dead. Well, congratulations on your first correct diagnosis, nurse. He's dead all right. Of all the luck, it just doesn't seem fair.
Yes, I know. Dying on his birthday when his relatives are coming to see him for the first time in over a year. One can't help but feel sorry for him.
Him? Who's talking about him? It isn't fair that I should put out $50 for a birthday party, and now I probably won't get paid back. Of all the luck, and I can't charge us some Medicare.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be understanding.
Oh, cake, candles, punch, air mattress, pajamas. They're not going to reimburse me when they get here and find out he's dead. How am I supposed to put it to them? Oh, good afternoon. Sorry to inform you that your uncle is dead. Could I have $50 for his birthday party expenses? That would sound just great.
But it isn't our fault that he died.
That's not the point. The point is his relatives are coming for a birthday party. And if they don't get a birthday party, I don't get my $50. Don't you understand?
I think so, sir.
Have you ever actually talked to Mr. Winkler since he's been here?
Why, yes, sir. I talk to him every day.
No, I don't mean that. You talk to everything. I mean, did he ever react at all?
Well, he never actually said anything, if that's what you mean.
Did he ever nod his head, smile, frown, grin, wink? Did he ever respond in any way?
No, sir. He did have a bilateral CVA. A massive stroke like that would restrict anybody. Why, I don't think I've seen him move once since he's been here.
Do his relatives know he's like this? I mean, have they seen him in this condition?
When he was first admitted, they were here.
And he was just like this, I mean dead, except for the heartbeat?
I guess you could say that, sir.
So it would be reasonable to assume that they would expect to find him in a like condition. Unresponsive, so to speak?
Oh, yes, sir. The doctor's prognosis was very doubtful. I don't think they'll be expecting any improvement.
It really is a shame this had to happen, especially at a time like this. His relatives were really looking forward to this party. Well, just think, they're probably on their way up here right now, driving all this way for nothing. Here they've come from out of town to visit their uncle or whoever he is, and when they get here, we have to spoil their afternoon by telling them he's dead. Just makes me wish you hadn't found him like this morning, nurse. I mean, let's face it, you and I both know this party's as much for their benefit as for his. They haven't been to see the old boy in over a year. They must feel terrible. Imagine how guilty they will feel when they get here and find out he didn't make it.
I'm sure they'll feel badly about it.
Oh, I just wish when you found him this morning, nurse, he was still alive. But come to think of it, what difference would it make whether he was alive or not? I mean, if they came here for an hour or so, unless they actually listened to the heartbeat, they wouldn't know he was dead.
Well, he still looks the same. His breathing was very shallow anyway. I didn't notice anything different until I took his temperature.
Well, just imagine how much better they would feel if they came here for an hour or so and had a little party for him, and then were informed later on this evening that he passed away. Why, they could toast his health, sing happy birthday, open some presents, cut the
Oh,
cake.
it would be nice.
Not to mention the enormous guilt feelings it would spare them. You know, nurse, I'm almost tempted to go ahead with this party.
But he's dead, Mr. Parker.
Well, if you want to be technical now, he's been dead for some time. But that's not the point. The point is his relatives are coming for a birthday party, and it would be selfish on our part to deny them that right. Is it wrong for us to allow them to do such a kind thing? We have to think of the living, too. We have to think of what effect his death might have on them. Should they not be given the opportunity of redeeming themselves? Don't you see?
I think so, sir.
Of course you do. And you know why you do? Because you're a kind, considerate person. You care about the feelings of others. I could tell that from the first time I met you.
I always have been a kind and sensitive person. Why, my mother used
Of
to say to me...
course you are. That's why I hired you. And of course, for all the extra work of the party, there'll be a nice little bonus in it for you.
Oh, this?
Well, you don't think I'd let you go to all this extra work now and not reward you, do you?
And I never really thought about it. I mean, I just do my
Oh, and
job.
a fine job you do. And of course, I never forget employees I can depend on, especially when it comes time for pay raises and promotions.
Yes, it would make the relatives
chicken now. Let's get on with it. We don't want the party to get off to a late start. You can get busy and get this room cleaned up. And you might put a little makeup on his cheeks and turn on his electric blanket.
If you're sure it's all right.
Oh, it's all right. Remember, we're doing this for them, right?
Yes, sir, for them.
That's a ticket. Now let's get on with it.
any more than an eggplant can. Ooh. Well, it's true, Sugar. His mind is gone. I don't know that. Well, just look at him, Sugar. He was that way a year ago. No change. If there'd been anything left in that head of his, we'd have known by now.
Still, we can't say whether or not he can think. I mean, just because he can't move or respond doesn't mean he can't think.
But he can't think. Well, go up there and look in his eyes. There's nothing there. There's all gone. Try talking to him. You might as well be talking to a grave.
You really shouldn't say things like that, Ruth. What if he could hear you? That would be so cruel.
Well, for heaven's sake, Sugar, he couldn't even hear when he was alive. Or well, at least.
Still, the doctor says that just because a person can't respond doesn't mean they don't understand what's going on around them.
Oh, they just tell you that so you don't feel like an idiot for standing there and talking to them.
Yeah, 11 miles a gallon. Power steering, too. Well, like I said before, Harry, it's nice, real nice. You know, I put $300 down, and I'm doing every cent. Heck, I figure a fellow kind of spurs once in a while, right? I guess so.
Do you think the others would come? No, they should have been here by now.
They probably all got hangovers.
Well, hangovers or not, you better get here fast. We got a lot of driving to do if we're going to make it back in time for the Sunday night movie.
Oh, you and your movies. You know, she spends 12 hours in front of the tube.
Well, you're crazy if you think I'm going to miss Terms of Endearment. He was too cheap to take me to the theater to see it.
You're darn right. It's $5 a ticket. Besides, I knew it'd be on TV within a year.
I think I'll go to the ladies' room.
I'll come with you.
Hey, Ruth, see if you can get some coffee while you're out there, will you? So how's the old shoe business going, Ralphie boy?
About as well as can be expected.
It's bread and butter for me, Ralphie. Bread and butter. You know, there's one thing about life insurance. There's always a market.
I guess so.
Oh, you betcha. You know, we bet them they won't die, and the only way they can collect is to kick the bucket. That's the funny part, too, you know, because the company has to pay them off. All I have to do is sell them the policy and collect the premiums. And boy, the way I've been selling them lately, I think I'll be able to retire tomorrow.